Hey folks, hope everybody's doing well today. So it's Angie here again, or Addison Cochran, depending on which profile you're at, or also now just as of recently known as the permanently exhausted autistic disabled pigeon. I was gonna say penguin. I have a thing with penguins today. I don't know what it is, but there you go. So just again to say hello. To give you a brief idea of the videos that will be upcoming, to let you know, I am working on putting out into the public some information that a lot of people may or may not know. And most people don't know unless you are somebody who is a patient or a client of community support service and health service, no, community support and health services under the NL Health Services portfolio, then you probably don't have the experience of requiring care via social worker and all of the systems that come within underneath that program. There are a number of massive gaps, training, mistraining, no training at all, for many of the social workers and whatnot. Ours in particular, I will speak to. I will not be giving names of anybody, but there are a great number of things that have caused us, me and my partner personally, to come under significant amount of abuse and neglect in the last couple of years, and much of it is systemic barriers, things that NL Health Services and our provincial government say they are working on, but they have yet, even despite numerous complaints and whatnot through the various regular routes that people are expected to apply from, in our case has not borne any kind of fruit, no apology, no anything. We have, even via an email that we actually have copy of, that we weren't supposed to get, but it was exchanged between management, and we did because we were accidentally attached on it. In said email, it was implied as much to say that because we're clients with mental health issues, we should not be listened to or regarded. So I am a volunteer and have been for a number of years with NL Health Services, previously known as Eastern Health. I'm immensely proud of the really hard work that I have done, as well as the hard work that the people that I've worked with in that capacity have done. And so to go through the experience that I have due to my exposure to community health services and the services that we need and are supposed to be able to obtain through that avenue. One flies directly in the face of the other. It smacks strongly of massive hypocrisy, but also there's a lot of things like this is very hard to say. I have to tell you, this is tremendously hard to say. Little things get ignored. As it's not just the discrimination thing. It's social worker directly lying to us about what services we can and cannot avail of. It's recognizing that our general health even just goes further and further down the tubes because our social worker believes that rehab is not necessary, despite our many conditions. Things I'll discuss in future videos and whatnot so that you can see the relationship of. I just don't want this message to be super duper crazy long. I just wanted to give you an idea that while I will not be mentioning any names in particular or whatnot, I wanted to bring to your attention that all things are not as they seem. And while I'm not bagging on other social workers or whatnot, because I know a great many of them and I love them to bits, they work so hard. So many people that I worked with at Eastern Health or NL Health Services work every single day tremendously hard. So to have these experiences happen at the hands of these other people who, for lack of a better way of saying it, couldn't possibly honestly be bothered. They look after themselves, and that's the end of it. So to have these people taint the hard work done by so many others is heartbreaking in ways I can't even begin to elaborate, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, anyway, that's the crux of the matter. Like I said, I will be releasing no names in particular, but I will be producing evidence in future videos. A coworker and I are also working on generating a podcast as well too that will talk about neurodivergent issues, life in general of a neurodivergent in Newfoundland and Labrador, services we get, services we don't, everyday interactions, the whole works of it, all of it. So stay tuned. Lots to come, and hoping to broaden your knowledge so that if you have a loved one or you yourself are, expecting to have to go get care from community sports and services, that you are educated about what you will and will not get, because I'm going to lay it all out, point blank. I will not be doing the pretty brochure version that is full of a bunch of lies, for lack of a better way of saying this. I'm going to break it down. So it's patient first-hand experience that you're going to get, that you'll see, because the version that I will put out there will be no holds barred. I am not going to sugarcoat any of it, because people deserve more than that. They deserve to get the real story about what it is that they're supposed to be able to get in terms of healthcare. And yeah, healthcare has taken a major dip, and yeah, it's been well across the country and whatnot, but we can do better than we've been doing. We have a responsibility to do better than we have been doing. But I think it's incumbent that we bring to light the people who have made a mockery and have actually actively contributed to keeping patient care on the negative end. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to work on. So looking forward to chatting with you all more soon. Love to the best of you. For those who don't know, I am legally blind. So yeah, I'm wearing glasses, but that's so I can see the bare minimum of things. And I'm also autistic, so the whole idea of looking into a tiny little camera is very overwhelming for me. Yeah, so as is talking to a camera, I'm totally not used to this, but I'll get there. It's a process I'll work on. And yeah, so also, if I don't type people back, it's because it's really hard for me to get my tech to actually do the whole type back thing for me, and even my voice commands, because my partner is frequently shouting and screaming at his games and things like that, so I'm trying to find random quiet corners in the house where my tech won't react to his voice as well as trying to react to mine. So all that fun stuff that comes with living with gamers and people who just love to be out and about in their house because they can and should be. So there we are. Anyway, chat soon. Love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.